Well, it is Friday, October 4th. We've still got this cold front moving through Iowa. The winds have switched directions from a north-northwest yesterday to a east-southeast today. It's kind of an observation sit tonight. I'm right off of the edge of a bean field, about 30 yards off the edge of a bean field. There's some CRP out here, and then I've got a bunch of timber and standing corn to my north and northeast, so they could stand right up out of this CRP, choose to hit the beans, or we could have something come from the northeast out of the timber and head this way. Walking in here, there's all sorts of rubs. This is the only farm I've been on and seen rubs so far this year. There's several of them in here, so a buddy of mine shot a big one last night with these same weather conditions, about 180-inch deer, and it was in standing beans, so I'm going to give it a shot tonight and see what happens. I have no clue what's on this farm. I haven't checked a camera at all here this year, so this is more or less, like I said, an observation sit, learning experience. So it's already cooling off a little bit. I can see a long ways. I'm looking forward to it. See what happens. I'm pretty certain I've got a shooter working my way. Picture of him, and it's him, so I think if he comes in, I'm gonna try and shoot him. It's a good deer. haven't seen him come out of it. So I think he's bedded there. He must have laid right back down. Got about an hour or so left of light, so we'll see if he gets back up and moves at all, or what he decides to do. But from where he's in that low spot, if he left it in any direction, I can see he's just in a little bowl. So maybe he's taking one last siesta before he takes a permanent one. We'll see. Well, he just stood up. I had a feeling he laid down. He's kind of working this way. It's looking like he's going to step right out into the beans. He's committing right down this field edge. Yeah. That sounded like a good hit. It sounded like it sliced right through him. I might have been just a touch back, but I think I got him. Gosh, dang it. October the 4th, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to play that footage back. It was probably a little grainy for you guys, but he ended up cutting. I ranged him last second, it was 42, so man, I'm gonna give him a little bit of time. I'm not positive of the hit. I know I hit him, but I'm not positive of it, so convenient time for a plane to come flying over. Well, we just got back out here. I got a buddy of mine running camera, and Jacob Miner came to help me. I got a rainstorm coming in, so we're tracking a little bit earlier than we wanted, but we agreed that the hit looks good. And we've got blood coming up through here. We've been tracking it for about 20 yards so far, and it's looking like it's going to be enough that we're going to be able to find him, we hope. So we're going to get on the trail and see if there's something good at the end of it. All right, Brandon.
Got some right up here, Billy. You're gonna find.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's really starting to spray it through here. Here's the arrow.
That looks pretty darn good. What do you think?
That's pretty soaked.
That'll work. Should start opening up now and really start bleeding, I hope. Man, that's a lot of blood spraying through there.
Here we go. All over this disease.
Yep. Right here. Spraying all through here. Well, a little change of scenery. He made it out of the CRP and into the beans. We're still tracking pretty decent blood, but it's starting to turn crimson. My first initial thought when I shot him was more than likely one lung, liver. Right when I stopped him, he kind of quarters to me just a little bit. But actually getting into these beans is helping because we're able to find his track. It rained a lot the last couple days and very definitive track, and he's knocking the beans over and we're finding blood. And like I said, it's starting to turn crimson red. He's headed for a standing cornfield. We got about another 100, 200 yards or so to track before we hit the corn. We're hoping he fell over in here or died shortly into the corn. So we're gonna keep after the track job and see where he ends up. We're trying to get him found before the rain, but we don't want to be too aggressive and bump him either. So we'll see. Well, we're getting a little discouraged. Rain's setting in. It's 11 o'clock now. Rain's supposed to set in at 2 a.m. We're in a waterway, a mowed waterway between two cornfields. Still on blood, but this waterway leads toward a big block of timber. And we're just gonna leave the arrow at the last blood. And I think what we're going to do is just spread out and we're just going to push through this waterway. We're all in agreement that he's probably not going to veer off into the corn stalks.
No.
He hasn't done it in the last 300 yards. I don't think he's going to do it now. So again, this waterway leads right to a big block of timber. We're just going to spread out and walk it. So I mean, wouldn't you agree? He's probably not going to dip into the corn.
No. Nah, it almost seemed like back there by the blood, he's just kind of aimlessly walking. Just kind of walking through.
I'm just surprised he hasn't bed yet.
No.
Like, we've gone quarter mile anyway, at least 500-600 yards anyway, and he has not stopped and not laid down.
Hey, what's that right there?
No way.
Ha!
Holy.
You gotta be kidding me.
Dude, the coyotes got him already. Oh my God.
Whoa. Stinks.
Oh man, he's stiff. That's a pretty good buck. I'm not disappointed with that at all. Look at that big old forehead on him. Man. Big old brow on him. That's a relief. I haven't been on this stressful of a track job in a while. Man, what a beautiful cape. Short early season cape. Man, I'm happy. Second hunt of the season. This is literally my second hunt of the season, October the 4th. And a fully mature 8-pointer. I've always said if they're 4 years old or older, I will shoot an 8-point every day of the week. And he stepped up right out of his bed tonight at about 125 yards in the CRP, and I just, you know, I sat there and I watched and waited, and he laid back down, and I just prayed that he would get back on his feet. And man, I got lucky. He took his sweet time, but it paid off, I guess. And I'm pleased. I think this is a deer I had pictures of last year, and I think he was a 9 or 10 point last year with a broke G3, but his frame and his brows are almost identical. I'll have to go back and look, but regardless, it was nice just to get back to my roots. You know, I've kind of been slacking this year, and I didn't put trail cameras out till a week ago. You know, I haven't hung any new stands or anything. Man, my ambition's been low. I've been dealing with a lot of other things, and I just went back to being a hunter, climbing a stand and enjoy the outdoors, and it really felt good. Really felt good to do that. So October the 4th, this is the earliest I think I've ever been tagged out in my life, but that just means I get to play cameraman from now on. So I'm gonna enjoy it, try and get my wife on a deer, film my buddies, help everybody out on the team. Man, I'm thankful. Appreciate you guys for watching Wildest Dreams TV. I'm so blessed to get to do this. Thank you to everyone who supports us and following this dream.